Hello and welcome to Hospitality Hot Dish, fresh from the oven. I am Kate Conroy, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships here at Hospitality Minnesota, which is a member-driven organization dedicated to educating, supporting, and advocating for Minnesota's hospitality industry. What you can expect from the Hot Dish are conversations with restaurants, hotels, resorts, campgrounds, and the allied members who support those businesses in the state of Minnesota. We release a new episode every other Thursday, so be on the lookout for those. Speaking of which, you can find the Hot Dish just about anywhere you can download a podcast. We even put them up on YouTube, so check us out. And don't forget to leave a 5-star review so that the algorithm gets us in front of other awesome people just like you. With me today is Preston Lougheed with Terratron Incorporated. Preston, say hi and let the audience hear your voice.
Good morning, Minnesota, and thanks for having me, Kate. I appreciate it.
That was so warm. Good morning to the whole of Minnesota. That's fantastic.
That's right.
I love it. All right, we're going to jump right in with a very hard-hitting question. Preston, what is your favorite hot dish?
Well, such good debate, but I've listened to all your podcasts, and I told my wife I was going to be talking about hot dishes on a podcast. So this week she made three different ones for dinner, one each different day. And so shepherd's pie, which I think is a hot dish.
Yep.
She made a chicken Alfredo bake, which was
Ooh.
delicious.
Ooh.
And then last night we had tater tot hot dish, which is what I hear is the favorite, but it's not
Yeah.
mine. One more I want to sprinkle in there. One of my associates made me a thing called sushi bake, and it's got sushi rice, salmon, crab meat, Japanese mayo, Japanese seaweed, sesame seeds, and it was delicious. But my wife's favorite, her name's Elaine, is her shepherd's pie. It's absolutely fantastic.
Shout out to Elaine. That's amazing.
That's right. Love my
Shepherd's
wife.
pie. Oh, I like shepherd's pie. It's one of those underrated ones because it's sort of British, and so Americans maybe scoff a little bit, but it is delicious. Okay, so let me pause. What is the meat that she uses? Because it's usually ground lamb in Britain, I think, right?
Ground lamb. We use ground beef, but we have used beef tips before. But her ideas was if you put it in a pan and it had some sort of potato and then you bake it, it's a casserole, aka hot dish.
100% correct. 100% correct. I love it. That sounds really yummy. I'm ready for lunch now.
Me too.
And the chicken Alfredo casserole, that sounds amazing.
It was I don't eat leftovers, full disclosure, and I ate leftovers of that earlier this week because it was really, really good.
Oh my gosh, I want the recipe because I'm guessing it's like grated Parmesan with a cream of chicken soup and maybe a little cream. I'm just
Some
really
garlic
obviously
and some a little
garlic.
bit of bacon and then cheese on
Mm,
top, and it was just delicious.
damn.
Yes,
You did well. You got married to somebody who knows how to cook really good stuff. Well done to you. Good
she's a
job.
great cook, and I wanted to do a little research, so I did my duty for the week.
I really appreciate that. Nobody's ever come to the podcast with research in hand. That's
Yes.
amazing. All right, Preston, in terms of hospitality, what is your why?
Well, I've been with the company I'm with for 24 years, and we're a franchisee of Wyndham Hotels and some Marriott hotels. But one of our biggest things is we have the spirit to serve. So we serve our associates, um, we serve our guests, and we serve our community. So we find things quarterly to do as a team, to donate money to, and we wherever our hotels are positioned, we like to give back to the communities in that area. So to answer your question, it's the spirit to serve.
I love that. Far and wide, every single person I have talked to in this industry has displayed so much heart. It's so gratifying to be a part of this community. I had no idea when I started this job 9, 10 months ago, that there was just going to be so much heart and love as a part of it. I just love it.
Yeah, you said the right word, a heart. So you have to have a servant's heart to be in the hospitality industry, whether it's in a restaurant, an attraction, a hotel, is you're there to serve others. So one time I had an associate tell me like, I don't really like people. And I'm like, you're probably, or you're definitely not in the right industry then. So you have to love people and you have to have a servant's heart. And again,
Yeah,
we just call it the spirit to serve.
it's fantastic. I love that. All right, on that note, we're going to take a quick break and come back with more questions. Welcome back, Preston Lougheed with Terratron Incorporated. What is your favorite Minnesota escape?
Well, like I said, I've listened to your podcasts and I've heard the lakes and I've heard the beaches. Uh, in the hotel industry, we never close, so we do work a lot. And my favorite is, or one of my favorites, I should say, is the Mall of America.
Great choice.
Yeah, so when I was in college, I actually did a research study about opening a hotel next to the Mall of America. And this was back when the mall opened in August of 92, and I was still in college. So I dreamt of running hotels, and now we have three hotels right next to the Mall of America. A Town Place Suites, an AC by Marriott, and an Element by Westin. Anyway, part of my research as well is I stayed true to myself and I went to the Mall of America and I made it around two of the three floors yesterday.
That's amazing.
But if I didn't mention, another top favorite of mine is Mystic Lake. I don't get there a lot, or I haven't been there a while, but you know, before they opened, you used to have to travel far out of Minneapolis or get on a plane to Vegas. So to have
Yeah.
a world-class casino right here in Minnesota, just 20 minutes from downtown or from Bloomington is really I love it. And it's great for the hospitality business.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
those are two of my top.
Those are fantastic answers. So, can you talk a little bit about what you do for Terratron?
Yeah, I'm like I said, I've been here for 24 years. I'm the area manager. Um, and we are a hotel. So we call it hospitality, retail, and housing. So we currently have 5 hotels. I'll talk about another one in a little bit. Um, we used to have 80 Hardee's restaurants. And before I came on and Hardee's was starting to close some restaurants, our company retained a lot of the real estate. So now we're landlords in some retail where we are the landlord for some McDonald's, Burger King's, Dunkin' Donuts. But some of
Cool.
them we sold off and we used that capital to get into the hotel business. So we currently have 5 hotels. I oversee all 5 of the properties, and I'm in charge of revenue management, working with and hiring the general managers, sales and marketing, budgeting and planning. And so it's definitely a full-time job.
Seriously, it sounds like it. It's hard to imagine sort of managing 5 different properties with different needs, different locations, different personalities, in all of the key spots. Like general manager is a key spot, but like accounting and finance is a key spot, right? And facilities is a key spot, and managing like all of the people attached to each bigger property. That's got to be such a big job.
Yeah, we currently have probably about 250 people that work for us. And in my position, I work more directly with our managers and our associates than our guests. But a lot of guests still know me, or as our managers have turned over the years and I'm still here, I'm the one thing they can come back to and say, I know that person, or I know someone at Terratron or this hotel, and my name falls in that category. But you know, you said maintenance, that's probably one of the biggest jobs, maintaining all the grounds to preventative maintenance. Um, and then probably the next trickier one is sales and marketing, trying to, um, let people know about your product and try to have them spend money with you. So but most of our accounting is based in Park City, Utah, which is where our corporate office is. But we have one hotel accountant here in Minnesota, and she works from home, hybrid, kind of like yourself. So she gets to come in the office when she likes, but she works out of her office, and it works for us. So,
Very nice. Can you tell me what keeps you up at night, Preston?
well, I think when you first asked me that question, maybe a week or so ago, I was like, hmm. And I want to give you two answers again. One is hotels never ever close. So I thought about, like, why didn't I get in the banking business? No nights, no weekends, no holidays, closed at 5 p.m. But hotels never ever close. So in the hotel world, we're always waiting and wondering if the night auditor is going to show up, the person that has to work overnight.
Oh,
Because if
yeah.
that person doesn't get there, their supervisor or their manager is on the hook. If I get two or three properties that do that, then all of a sudden I might be on the hook. So it's always been a little, you watch for 10 o'clock at night to make sure that the night auditors have arrived at all the hotels. Secondly, this is worldwide, but CrowdStrike and the last week, the disruption of credit cards and computers caused a major, distraction and meltdown in the hospitality field. Obviously, mostly with the airlines, without mentioning specific names, but it hit hotels too. So two of our five hotels had no credit cards for 5 days.
Oh
So
my God.
we were hand writing name, address, phone number, and credit card authorization forms for 5 days. And the funny thing is, we didn't have CrowdStrike 5 months ago, and our brand said, you got to do CrowdStrike. So we did CrowdStrike, and then we had the first, you know, um, IT issue in a very long time.
Oh my goodness. You
So
must have just been eating stress. That must have been so difficult.
more so my associates and my managers, but even for the guest, there was guests that
Yeah.
were stuck at the airport because they couldn't get on a flight, and then they come to a hotel, and then, you know, it was stressful getting them checked in because the systems weren't up and running. Yeah,
I can't imagine. That's
what a
so,
week.
oof, what a nightmare. Preston, anything that you'd like to promote coming up?
Well, thank you for the opportunity. We are proudly breaking ground on a brand new hotel in Mankato, Minnesota. It's a Town Place Suites by Marriott, and we plan to start moving dirt next week. So it will share a parking lot with our Courtyard by Marriott in Mankato, right next to River Hills Mall. And it will be Mankato's first true 100% extended stay hotel. We are so excited.
That's amazing. Mankato is like up and coming. I go there maybe once a quarter, and every time I do, it is just bouncing with activity. There's so much happening.
Yeah, new hotels. There's a few others coming to that area. Walmart distribution is doubling the size of their facility. Uh, Minnesota State University is the second largest university next to the U of M in the state of Minnesota. And it just continues to grow and grow.
That is fantastic. Good for you. I'm excited to come visit when you have your grand opening.
I'll put you on the invite list.
Thank you. So, how can people get in touch with you if they need to?
Yeah, I mean, my cell phone is always on 507-340-4334. Or my email is plougheed@terratron.org. Maybe it'll put it on the screen. Or I'm very active on LinkedIn because we're always recruiting and looking for new leadership at our hotels. And so those are the three best ways to get a hold of me.
That is perfect. Thank you so much. Preston Lougheed with Terratron Incorporated. Thank you so much for joining me today. And to all of you out there listening, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.